This is the live coverage of the eclipse. This is a super moon. At the moment it's at exactly 12 degrees Leo, and I'm observing what's going on in the world at this moment. This is the chart in astrology, so this shows the moon over there in line of the sun, opposite of the sun. Okay, so sun in Aquarius, moon in Leo, full. And here we see then reflected all the other planets that I showed in the time map. The time map that is for 2018 to 2025. So we saw an interesting phenomenon because we're looking now at what's going on exactly at this moment. 31st of January 2018. In New York it is 7 a.m. In Europe it is 1 p.m. and that's the astrological situation, and that's a live broadcast by NASA, Armstrong Flight Research Center. And so what we have going on, interesting enough, is that we had an election in Catalonia during the moment when Mercury was just finishing its retrograde, standing still, waiting to go forward. That was on Solstice, 40 days ago. And I had explained elections in that kind of situation, they mean what it means, standstill. So it meant hung parliament, no winner, no real majority. 47% is not a social majority to change the trajectory of a country. And so exactly today on this eclipse came the decision of the parliament president to say he's suspending everything. He's not investing anybody and he's just waiting them out. That's standstill, and that comes out in an eclipse. And an eclipse moon actually means also the ending of a cycle. That's when situations take an ending and a new beginning starts. And now, parallelly at the same time in the US, we had the speech, the first State of Union address by Trump, and CBS had a poll and said 75% approved of his speech. CBS is of course mainstream news, so even they admit that 1 year on, Trump is doing reasonably well in the appreciation of the people. So when we predict things in the year of the Earth dog, I've learned now that predicting has to wait until the event, or say the human act, the decision making itself designs the future. So you see this in individual people, as well as in collective groups, like a country that does an election. And we've come to the point where the year of the Earth dog begins in a few days, 2 weeks from now. But the energy of the Earth dog is already around, and one does the research, and I've researched this astrologer whose name is Raymond Lowe, L-O, and he has a very in-depth analysis of Earth dog year. What I retain from it is that he sees massive Earth changes in the cycles of the Earth dog. These are 60-year cycles, or in Western astrology, double Saturn cycles, or 5 times Jupiter cycles. Actually, the signs of the Chinese just follow Jupiter 1 sign per year. And so when we look at what is actually now the climate, the psychological climate, we found out, plus we're going into Carnival time, right? In Carnival they put down masks on top of their masks. But we see that the masks hide many issues, and the masks are falling very fast. And we feel also astrologically, and when we look at the world, what's going on, that the mindset of 80 to 90 years ago has set in again in some places, and we live like through a style of third world civics where the opposition uses coups d'etats instead of the rule of law to push through what they want to see happening. And in a way, we see like the spectre of civil war thinking has come back in some places, and this reflects the 80 to 90 year cycles that we see in astrology. So the time map I've discussed so far goes into 2025 and then further into 45 with the Uranus-Pluto opposition. Signing out.